Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Hey, now this video is about advice. The sources that you draw your advice from. Other day I'm watching a show. It's called Marrying Millionaires, right? So pretty much what the show is about normal people interacting with people who make an abundance amount of money, a lot more than they do. It's normal people, people that's working in restaurants, people that's construction workers, marrying multimillionaires, people who have hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, things like that. But the common theme I see about these people, the normal people as well as the millionaires, is that these people take advice from their friends and from their family. But at the end of the day, it's the most horrible advice that you could give and receive. At the end of the day, you do have to look at the motives and the motivations, and you cannot be looking at what you can gain from taking that advice. I think it's in everybody's best interest that they should gain wisdom as far as what the other person could gain. Am I telling you that you need to walk around life being paranoid of other people's intention? Yes, I do. Am I saying that you need to have trust issues? Yes, I do. Am I saying that you not taking advice from people who are not in that position is going to have benefits to you? Yes, I do. Why would you, from a logical standpoint, why would you take advice on marriage from somebody who is not currently married? You could say, well, they've been married for 20 years. They've been divorced for, it doesn't matter. That person doesn't currently have what you want, or even what you're working on right now. Why are you taking advice from them that's going to change your life? I might take advice from somebody as far as what to drink or what to smoke or where to travel. That's not going to change my life. But as far as something so big as where to move, or should I be with this person that I think I'm in love with, or should I change my life by marrying this person that's worth millions of dollars when I have $285 in my bank account? That would be foolish for me to take advice from somebody who is not in the same position when it comes to a large scale. Now, the other day, it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I sat down and I chopped it up with somebody that was destitute, somebody that was homeless, somebody that was on the street. I told him maybe two problems that I was having with my woman, and he said, listen to her, she's serious, and it was what I needed to hear. But at the end of the day, it wasn't life-changing, serious advice. This man, I don't know if he was on drugs, I don't know if he had mental health issues, but at the end of the day, that's easy. Now, I do tell people to keep somebody around. Keep one person, at least one person. I'm not saying that you need to keep legions of these people, but at least one person who you know is going to give you some stupid ass advice. Somebody who is going to give you advice that you should do the exact opposite of. If somebody tells you that, if that person tells you to go left, okay, good. I felt it in my spirit. I needed to go right, so I'm going right. You might not want to tell them that because they're going to eventually figure out this motherfucker is using me to just do the opposite of what I say. But that is useful, that's helpful. Now, in these situations, and I ran into these situations with other people, not necessarily me, because I'm not so arrogant to say I don't take anybody's advice. Okay, so with what I do is, if you talk to me on a personal level, if you're a friend, if you're a family, I don't tell you my problems in a serious way. I might vent to you, but make it a joke. I might introduce you to a song or a video or a book even, and that's my way of telling you my problems, but telling you I don't want your advice because we don't have the same things in life, and your advice is going to be useless to me, and we're on two different paths. Would I be more safe by having a whole bunch of people helping me with these life decisions? I don't know. I've never had that. I don't remember the exact quote in the Bible, but it says something like, "The people fall with no guidance, but in an abundance of counsel, there is safety." I'm sure that's true for a lot of people, but look at the information that was being conveyed to all these people in that show. Do you think the motivation for all these people was to, some of them, they were giving their girlfriends or their guy friends bad advice because they knew that if they got with this man or this woman, that they wouldn't have a friend anymore. They would have one less friend. Because when you're in a relationship, when you're trying to make a family, you don't have time for foolishness. You don't have time for normal people. You especially don't have time for people that's not married, people that's not having kids, people that's not on the same tip as you. We have one instance where I forgot the little girl. She was like 21. She went out with her friends for the first time in probably 2 years or something like that. Ignore her man's texts and calls, and then show back up at the crib until like 4 o'clock in the morning. This is in a whole new city. They haven't been together for long enough for that to be, and she's never done anything like that. And what she took advice from the circle of people, the circle of women that did not have boyfriends, when her boyfriend is sitting up there worth over $10 million. One of the richest people in that whole city of Dallas. She almost fucked up that bag listening to people who just thought, oh, this is my pretty friend. We could do this, We have a lot in common. She's fun, she's this, she's that. You think they cared if she had a man or not? You think they would care if she had to start working at restaurants again and being a normal person like them with no man? No, because they would have more attention until they got a man, and they wouldn't have to deal with them being lonely and useless to society. In all actuality, the people that's on your level, they might give you they might give you a little bit of game, but what do they have to gain from that? It's a dog eat dog world. And when I said you need to have trust issues, I'm just saying whatever trust you give out needs to be earned. That's what I was saying. Not necessarily saying you shouldn't trust anybody, but you shouldn't be too trusting, but you shouldn't be under trusting either. You definitely have to give the people what they pay for. See, that's the whole thing with me. I don't give people advice. I let the tarot cards speak. I let the universe speak. I let the spirit speak. Any words that you hear that's coming from me, if you ask me a question as far as these consultations, that's not me. It might be being transmuted and filtered through my personality, through my ego, and through what I have going on the physical level, but that's not the words of Aaron Moses. That's not what's going on at all. That's you projecting your energy towards me sending the message to the universe is sending the message to the cards, and I'm translating it off of intuition, feelings, and telepathy, and based off the symbolism and what I know, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these tarot cards, and telling you what the universe is wanting you to know according to your own intentions. I'm the middleman, baby. I am not El Chapo. I'm more like George Young. I'm not telling you what you need to do. You're telling you what you need to do. That's all it is. Am I saying that just because you have tools of divination that you're never, ever